Right. Well, DIMAGA. He is here. He is here right now. He is here to eat you and possibly your family. He is in the red trunks, and he is playing Zerg to the northeast of this particular map versus his opponent, the one and only LoWeLy. He is in the yellow trunks, and he is playing Zerg to the southwest.
And me and DIMAGA share a few common interests together. We both play Zerg, and we both have the same hotkey setup.
Interesting.
That's cool because the way that DIMAGA plays with his hotkeys is actually different to the majority and every single Zerg player.
Okay.
He actually has like 4 hatchery, main hatchery, 5 natural, 6 third base, 7 fourth base, and it scales up all the way to 0, which is where all your hatcheries are on 0. And he uses that so he can tab between every single different base if need be. Because at the early stages of the game, you don't need to hit 0 and build a bunch of Zerglings or build a bunch of drones. You kind of need to scale them to how the game develops. So you could be like, alright, I only need 2 drones now. I want to squeeze 2 drones. He will literally hit 4 SDD, and then if he wants links, he'll be like 5 S Zergling, Zergling, Zergling. So
you get so excited about that. It really is just mechanic porn, I suppose, for a Zerg player.
Man, it's great. I mean, the thing is, it's StarCraft 1 hotkeys, though. Obviously, because in StarCraft 1 you couldn't hotkey everything under 1, so he plays very similar to that. And the majority of Zerg players either have everything on 1 and that's it, and just use the backspace to tab between. But nope, DIMAGA's like me.
I'd like to point out, by the way, that LoWeLy actually went for a 12 pool right there, and this is weird. This is the second time in a week that we've seen a player go 12 pool in terms of tournaments that we've cast.
Yeah, in this matchup, it's safe. You can put a bit of pressure on, and I think that LoWeLy's going to play very aggressive with this. He's going to be able to get them Zerglings out faster. The speed upgrade isn't going to be there, though, because he has gone for the Extractor after, but he'll most likely be looking for a Baling Nest very, very shortly. As we look, the gas is getting close to 50 as the spawning pool finishes, and it may be a very well defensive Baling Nest or an aggressive one. Actually, no. Oh, no, okay. I was going to say, no, he's taking a second gas. That's unheard of.
Yeah, that would be unheard of. It doesn't really make a lot of sense for Zerg initially to do that. But whatever the case, yeah, an extractor trick right there from LoWeLy, which allows him to squeeze out something a little bit extra. He was indeed trying to squeeze out his queen, which he does successfully. Now, moving along, trying to dodge the Overlord. DIMAGA will see these coming. 4 Zergling pressure coming in. There are now 4 Zerglings out for DIMAGA as well, and the Queen will be there, but he's gonna go for a Spine Crawler very early as well, because perhaps he believes some early aggression is coming.
Yeah, this can be a very early Baling Nest, as mentioned, so DIMAGA really doesn't have anything to deal with that, and the Spine Crawler will be able to singly pick them out, so it's good there, and the Baling Nest does go down. It was a little bit late. He wanted to get speed first, so we are going to see LoWeLy playing very, very aggressive straight off the bat, and DIMAGA's going to have to get his own Baling Nest out because he can't fight against all this without it. Obviously, Balings are pretty good against Zerglings.
Yes.
One Spine Crawler and a Queen isn't going to be enough DPS to get rid of all the Balings, and now we have the Balings in a defensive position now. DIMAGA with an Overlord scouting, where are these Balings, where are your Zerglings, and he's going to be able to pressure that. Because he's speed, even though it's a little bit behind, it's not that far behind LoWeLy's.
No, it's not. The difference is a mere 10 seconds, if that. The Baneling Nest difference is the thing that really gets it for me, and we're going to have to see how this works out. DIMAGA may, of course, choose to try and wall off with the Queen in order to prevent the Banelings from getting in. We've got 2 Banelings now morphing up to the top, out of sight of that Overlord. Right there.
Speed's about to finish. The Balings are being used, and as you said, the Queens are going to be used to wall this off. Zerglings behind, and Speed is done first, and 3 Zerglings get trapped off.
Very nice.
LoWeLy straight off the bat. DIMAGA's got to hold this. It's going to be very difficult without Balings out.
Yeah,
himself.
absolute perfect timing right there from LoWeLy that's going for it, and there's the detonation. It's really good right there, and LoWeLy getting in there immediately. However, there are defensive Banelings spawning right here for DIMAGA. Wants to go and try and grab as many as he can. There is a detonation, takes out 2, and nicely cleaned up there by DIMAGA, and that could have been very unpleasant.
And DIMAGA's in a good defensive stance now. He's got 2 Queens, a Creep Spread is going, he's got a Spine Crawling position. The thing is, LoWeLy, great transition. Immediately throws down that hatchery on the natural, and is going to be able to expand behind this. The problem, though, is that DIMAGA can be like, okay, cool, let's go play aggressive, and throw 5 or 6 roaches at him, and he's going to be in trouble, as we can see the roach barn building. And now we're going to have to see LoWeLy play a little bit more defensive, as 300 minerals have been thrown into that hatchery.
Yep, DIMAGA is going for it once again. There are Banelings on the way right here for LoWeLy, and they do spawn quickly enough. As DIMAGA goes at the ramp, he immediately realizes there are Banelings waiting for him, and that is not delicious at all. Nice little bit of micro right there. He peels off 1 to deal with that. Additional Banelings coming in. Baneling on Baneling cancel action now, and this is really good play by DIMAGA, honestly. He's sacrificing a single Zergling every time. He has limited the damage of LoWeLy down to effectively nothing. And DIMAGA will, needless to say, try and follow this up with more Zerglings streaming across the field.
The problem for LoWeLy now is that he lost a lot there, and the Roach Warren's finished. Lava is about to pop, and he's got a lot of gas. Now we're going to see a lot of Roaches in the production tab. Oh no, he's actually going to go for a lot of Banelings. He's not going to use a Roach Warren. He's just going to go for this attack now, realizing that there's only Lings and Banelings. If you get more Banelings than your opponent, you just simply put 2 Banelings on his clump of Banelings. They all die, and he's going to walk in with a lot of stuff here. This is going to be difficult for LoWeLy.
Really smart.
Oh, excellent from
nicely done right there. Peels off 2 to eliminate 2. It's exactly what he needs. And LoWeLy now looking to try and detonate the entire clump. He's not able to do it, however. Needs to intercept another one. Brings his Zerglings around, loses a huge amount in the process. That was a bit of a desperate move right there by LoWeLy. And DIMAGA continuing to apply pressure. However, LoWeLy is holding this.
Yeah, he's holding it really well, actually. And now he's got 14 Lings in production. He's going to hold this fine. Spine Quiller cleans it up. And now DIMAGA's the one looking in bad shape as the hatchery's finished now. He's going to move a Queen down and can start lava injecting here. And DIMAGA's only got 2 Roaches in production and 2 out right now. He needs to expand very, very fast because these Roaches are not going to really be able to help. They'll be able to do, be able to snipe Lings, but the thing is, this attack's going to be coming. All he has to do is build a lot of Zerglings now. Doesn't need to build any drones, and if he can hold this push, he's going to be so far ahead. But DIMAGA is bringing the hammer right now.
Oh yes, he is. It is on its way. It is slow, but it is extremely effective. The question is, will LoWeLy be able to outflank his opponent, perhaps try and do some damage to the main? And we will find out one way or the other. LoWeLy did get supply block there when he got one of his overlords denied by the Queen. Good creep spread there by DIMAGA. And now DIMAGA trying to snipe off Banelings, which is a very sensible thing to do indeed. 3 more Banelings coming in. The problem is for LoWeLy right now that aside from that Spinecrawler, he doesn't have a really good answer to that Roach collection. And here comes the detonation. Will he go for it? Cancelled out right there. That was not good for LoWeLy at all, as far as I'm concerned. That was a 3-for-2 trade. Not ideal. And the Roaches are barely taking any damage from this. Baneling's going off all over the floor. So close. LoWeLy manages to get away from most of that, but then it is incinerated after that, and this hatchery is in real trouble right now. And LoWeLy's going to follow this up with as many Zerglings as he can, try and drive it away. However, DIMAGA did bring reinforcements and will now repulse that push once again and reapply pressure to the hatchery.
Yeah, the problem for LoWeLy is he spent 300 minerals in a hatchery that's been completely useless. There's been no Queen there. He's not getting any lava at all, and DIMAGA's control is second to none. Banelings, Lings, and Roach control right now is absolutely fantastic, and it's really difficult for LoWeLy to deal with that.
Yeah, these Roaches are going to be extremely hard to deal with. I mean, it's been a while, but the thing is they've been worn down, so we've got a good Baneling detonation right there. Taking out 2, he could very easily snipe off 2 more if he goes for it. However, the Banelings pop out just the right time, and LoWeLy really doesn't have anything now to hold this with, and the Banelings streaming into the base. He will have to pull drones, and as a direct result, he will lose a huge number of them. GG, ladies and gentlemen, and the first game in this best-of-3 series, and what an interesting game that was, goes to DIMAGA.